Hi guys, welcome to Operation Crypto and this price analysis update on Vechain. We'll take a look at the asset in both USDT and the BTC pairings and identify a few key levels where we could potentially invest if we do get a drop in price, which we've probably already seen, and then a few key levels above, areas of resistance, and then going into a bit of a price prediction too. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and let's crack on. So welcome, as ever, this video is in partnership with Cointelegraph Markets Pro. You'll find a complete platform review on the homepage of my YouTube channel, so go ahead and check that out. Right, so this is Vechain, this is the Tether pair in the daily time frame, and I'm using a Binance chart. It's been great recently. I mean, we pretty much climbing the stairs up here. We are trending up and things are looking good. We have had a rejection, but that's just due to the Bitcoin drop. Bitcoin had you could say it's a severe pullback, but if you zoom out, it's not too bad. If you just look at Bitcoin a second, we had a drop which wasn't too significant really. We hit some new highs at 69k and we dropped down to 62k. So a 7k drop there, but in my opinion, nothing to worry about. I've seen much severe shakeouts on these type of moves. It is known that Bitcoin on the way up, it has in history done up to 30% pullback. So nothing to worry about. And I've got a little bit of a setup here, which has kind of played out already. On a previous video, we're looking at this area of, well, it's support now, but was resistance back here, and it goes all the way through to here, was resistance back there back in June. So it is a key fundamental area, which have popped up, come back down, we've retested that area, and for me, I think it's time to push on. We've not quite come back down to test this this trend here, to be honest, but I mean, it's very well thereabouts. Hit that area of support and push to the upside. Just looking at this on a bit of a bearish perspective, we look at the entire move from the bottom there to that top. We've pretty much done a 38% retracement too. If I'm ever looking an asset on the way up and I want to invest, I always target two levels, either this 382 level here or the 618. In my opinion, I don't think we will come back down and test this 618 level, just due to the fact that would completely disrupt the trend, and I think it is now a time for real growth in the market, and Vechain, you're just going to keep climbing and climbing. It is hard to work out where you could see the potential price of this asset going, just due to the fact of quite a large supply. There's over 60 billion of the coins in circulation, so it does make it quite hard, but in my opinion, I do think it's around a 70 cent to $1 region, but we'll look at that price prediction in a second. So if you are looking for buys, I'd still place some down here at around, or what's that fib on, 14.6 cent, but I would ladder a few in from 16.2 cent all the way down to here. If you have a spare bit of Tether, which you're not planning on using, just put it down here at around 12 cent. It may not happen, but as you can see, on the way up, we always get these shakeouts across the market, so just be wary that we could drop down here. I wouldn't bank on it at all, but that's just an area I would consider. Take a look at the moving averages. I use a 50 and the 20, and things are looking good. We've had that bullish cross down here on the 13th of October, and things are looking good. We've actually come down and retested this moving average 20, and we've had pretty much no closures below it. We've actually also had a retest of this moving average 50. I talk about this a lot in my videos. Whenever you're looking for a trend up or down, so we've had this bullish cross here. What I look for on the way up is retests of this moving average 20 and also of this 50. The 50 gives you a good area where you could potentially place some buy orders, and that would have been a great area there to buy. And I will see that obviously a good area there too, but I will see orders on the way up hitting a moving average 50. I think this 50 will start to climb up soon. We may get a tap of it up towards here somewhere, but so far that's the bearish scenario covered. That's a 14 cent region I would target for buys. Next, we need to have a look at some levels above though, and a couple of key levels I want to identify. So we have got this red line here, which is a level of weekly resistance at 19.2 cent. That is an area I would consider to potentially skim a bit of profit off. Let me just move that line. I've got a few too many lines here. What I would also look at is 21 cent, and then we have this also weaker level up here at 25 cent. And if we just have a bit of a zoom out, the all-time high is not a million miles away. So that's the all-time high mark at the top, 27 cent from current prices. It's only a 72% move. It's going to take quite a substantial amount of money to move that, but once it does get going, once this alt cycle starts pushing on, whether that's towards the end of the year, who knows, but that is going to be the period when we should be looking to take profit up at that region. And then from there, we are pretty much going into price discovery. So what I've covered here is buy zones, take profit zones at these weak levels of resistance, and then obviously we need to look at price predictions. And for this, we use a fib, and we'll go from the highest point there to the lows down there. As you can see, we've peaked at the bottom, done a full recovery, and now pushing up. This red line is also very close to that 618 of the fib there, so that's going to be a tough area to break through. But once we do break through that, the market is really going to start to push to the upside. And once we do, we've got some key levels which we can take profit at. And I mean, when I mean take profit, it's areas where you can take substantial amounts of profit, because these areas are huge targets. So we have 42 cents, 56, 64, and that's my price prediction here for the end of this cycle. I reckon we can at 82 cents. I did say between 70 cents and $1. I think a lot of people are hopeful for $1, but it's a hard number to break, and I think 82 cents is where I personally will be taking quite a substantial bit of profit off the table there. So that's that pair pretty much covered. We've talked about the areas to buy, the areas to sell, and then price predictions. Just a key note that the RSI was slightly touching towards the overbought territory. That's why we had a little dip too, and we did get a little bit of an overbought price spike there. Whenever you're looking at RSI, if it's in the red, it usually can be a good time to sell. But remember, when we're having price discovery, which it will be up here, when the RSI is red, you'd want it to stay red and just keep getting overbought and churning those price levels up. So we talk about that also within my Patreon. If you're looking for a Patreon group, somewhere to help, if you're new to cryptocurrency, come and check my Discord server out here. You will find the link for a Patreon in the pinned comment description. But we have lots going on here, chat requests, we have group chat, coin of the day, anything you want. Also check down here, we have a crypto trading academy, where if you're new to crypto you can learn. We have tutorials, articles, and lots of things going on. So that's the Patreon. If you want, you'll see, like I say, find my link in the description. And just finally, I want to finish off by taking a look at a BTC pair. I've got a little bit of a setup on here already. For me, I'm expecting Bitcoin to really regain some market dominance over the course of the next few weeks. With that, I honestly can see that the price of altcoins in the Satoshi pairs to drop. So I'm looking for buy orders to be filled down here at 178 Satoshis, all the way down to 129 sats. I think those two levels, the weaker levels of support, and I think those are areas I would consider for buying. Just one key point to note, that we've actually broken out of this long-term downtrend since the highs back in 2021. We broke out, come back down, retested it. So that in general terms is quite a bullish sign. So we may push on, but whatever happens, if we even push up to here, look to take some profit at 300 Satoshis before we then do reject. So I can still see us filling some orders down here, but that just depends how the general market goes. But that's going to do it for today, really. That's just some quick fire analysis on Vechain, my thoughts. It is one of my favourite assets around. I've got a decent bag which I'm looking to take profit slowly over the course of probably the next 3 months. And I will let you know when I'm taking profit. I will be pushing out videos on Vechain every single week. So make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure that you do like this video. Check out my Patreon. And I'll catch you next time.